Are you there? Greetings and welcome once again to Wife Only. This is the space that you want to be. If you desire to be a wife, if you are a wife in good and regular standing, or if you are a man looking for a wife, or if you are a husband wanting information on how to guide your wife in being the best version of herself. Now, the first thing that we're going to be exploring today is the most important thing that every wife should know in being a wife. Yes, the most important thing every wife should know in being a wife. And that there is submission. Are you a submissive wife? Do you have a submissive wife? If your wife fails to matriculate in the capacity of engaging in the normative practice of submission, then maybe, just maybe, she is not your wife. If a female or a woman decides that she does not want to submit, then she is not ready to be a wife. So let us now get into the meat of the matter as we explore this dynamics of submission, not as the word presents it to us, but as how submission truly is. To take you on this journey is Kareem Ainsley, the wife lifestyle strategist. Let us get in. We've heard the cries of many individuals saying, I try my very best to be the woman that I need to be, but yet I fall short. Yet I am not able to keep and care for my family in the way I know my family should be kept. So, what is it? That is the challenge. The key challenge is submission. I want to do what I want to do and not what my husband desires for me to do. Many women will tell you this story, but not you, because you understand that a woman who believes that she should not submit is one who is not a wife, one who should not be given into marriage, because she will bring nothing but destruction on the family. And I'm sure, like many know with absolute certainty, that most individuals desire to have a smooth sailing relationship. And that is where the two has to remain in their place. The man has his role, the woman has her roles and responsibility, not because of, but in spite of. The idea that is created that submission should not be something for us to consider of importance in relationship is a feminist concept which has been destroying our women, which has been tearing apart the fabric of the family. And yes, a marriage relationship between a husband and wife is designed for family expansion and development. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong if the woman is not submissive. The question I want to ask, do you think that the man should be the one who protects you? I know that that is what the feminists say. The man should protect, but I can protect myself. So if you are protecting yourself, then you need not the protection of the man. But if the man should operate in his design as being the protector, he has to have a say in how you move and how you operate. Hence, you will need to submit to his wills and his guidance so that he can navigate and have control over situations so that you can be protected. Because if you want him to protect you, let us take an example. For instance, it is 3 o'clock in the morning and you feel like going out on the street in your short, provocative clothing. Not you, just a hypothetical situation. And the man says you're not going out at 3 a.m. and you're not going out dressed in that kind of clothing at any time whatsoever. If you decide to go out, even though you were told that you should not go out, it means that you have one, disrespected God, two, disrespected the man, and three, disrespected your portfolio as a wife. And in those disrespecting, you have also desecrated the sanctity of the family. You have put the man now in a compromising position, which means that he can no longer protect you because you will not submit to him. So the idea of submission is actually protection. If you desire to be protected by a man, then it means that you should be willing to submit to that man. But how many of you are truly willing to submit to the man? So the concept may seem different from what the world presents, but this is the actual way that submission works. There is nothing negative in submission as long as it is done based on the principles outlined by the creator of submission. Because the church has to submit to the will of God in order to be in accordance and to operate as an ambassador to create the kingdom citizens. So too, as is compared in the biblical book, the man and the wife relationship are referred to the church and God. And who is at the head of the relationship? Is it the church that tells God what to do? No, that is not how it works. And if any church tells you that they are the one who has a vicarious fili or whatsoever it is that they want to have, they have more control than God, then it means that something is wrong with that church. And if you are in a relationship and the woman is telling you that she has the final say, even though you have the word of God which tells you that that is not how it should be, then it means that that relationship is in trouble. Because each individual has to operate in their God-given design for the relationship to work properly. So too as the God is the head of the church, so too is the man the head of the woman and the household and the family. So he has the responsibility of protecting the household. How many of you have grown up in homes where you have your mother and your father in that home, and your father is always protective of your mother? He doesn't want anything to happen to your mother. That there is a healthy dynamics in which your father sets principles, he sets the rules, he teaches your mother concepts and ideas that she can sustain herself, but he is there sustaining her. He is there as the protective covering over your mother. That there is a display of a healthy balance in a relationship. And in order for your mother to receive the full protection of your father, she has to be submissive to him. Because when the woman decides that she does not want to follow the guidance and the principles, it means then that she is moving away from the structure of the natural design. But we don't want to go into unnatural territories. We want to remain in the principles of that which is right and righteous. So don't let anyone tell you that submission is wrong. Actually, if you want a man to protect you, you must be willing to submit to him. So in summarizing this concept, before you seek a man or you allow a man to select you, you must look into yourself as a woman. Are you willing to submit to this man's will during the course of your relationship from start to when you no longer have breath? And if the answer is no, that's not the relationship for you. So do not present yourself as one who is willing to submit, and then in the middle of the relationship, you change your mind. that there is a misrepresentation and you don't want to fall in that category. That is all we're going to be saying on submission at this time. I hope that you learned something and understood the concept that submission is important. And that's the first thing that every woman needs to know before she becomes a wife. Are you ready to submit? If not, it's not the time for you to desire to become a wife. Until next time, signing out is yours truly, Kareem Ainsley, the wife lifestyle strategist.